Let us continue, guys, from here. Come back, give me the crowbar. We will put the rail back. No one will know. Come back, save your soul from sin. Vasily did not look back but disappeared into the woods. When Vasily has loosened the rail, he has gone to the other side. Simon saw that he had done something wrong with the rail. He asking to his friend, please come back and give me the crowbar. We have to put the rail back. Nobody knows that what you have done. Don't do this bad deed. Save your soul from sin. Don't do this bad thing. Vasily did not look back. But Vasily did not look back. He didn't listen to his friend. He has gone to the forest, towards forest side. Simon stood before the rail which he had been torn up. He threw down his bundle of sticks. A passenger train was due and he had nothing with which to stop it. No flag. He could not replace the rail and could not drive in the spikes with his bare hands. It was absolutely necessary to run to the hut for some tools. God help me, he murmured. In this paragraph, Simon stood there helpless. He has nothing. He has stood there with bare hands, no tools. How to stop the trains? He was very upset. He threw down his bundle of sticks. A passenger train was due and he had nothing with which to stop it. So he was praying to God. He says to God, please help me, God. Then Simon started running toward his hut. He was out of breath, but still ran, falling every now and then. He had cleared the forest. When he felt that he was helpless, not having any tool to stop the train, he started running towards the hut to getting the tool. He ran very fast. He cleared the forest only a few hundred feet from his hut when he heard the distant hooter of the factory 6 o'clock. That time when he was running toward his hut, he listened. He heard the hooter of the factory. The time was 6 o'clock. In 2 minutes time, number 7 train was due. Oh Lord, have pity on the innocent souls. He was in very grief because only 2 minutes are left due to the train. It was a passenger train and the railway line was torn up by the Vasily. So that time Simon was in deep sorrow. In his mind, Simon saw the engine strike against the loosened rail, shiver, tear up, and splinter the sleepers. The engine would topple down the 70 feet high embankment, and the third class carriage would be packed. Little children, all sitting in the train now, never dreaming of danger. Oh Lord, tell me what to do. No, it is impossible to run to the hut and get back in time. Very painful situation. Very painful. Extreme pain in his heart, in the Simeon heart. When he thought that engine strike against the loosened rail, he was shivering to think about the incident that was torn up and splintered the sleepers. That time, the engine would topple down the 70 feet high embankment. The third class. There, little children are there. All people sitting in the train, never dreaming of danger. He was praying to God. Tell me what to do. No, it is impossible. Simon thought that it was impossible to run to the hut to get the tool and get back in time, because little time I have, it is not possible for me to come in time. Simon did not run onto the hut but turned back and ran faster than before. He did not know himself what was to happen. He ran as far as where his sticks were lying in a heap. He bent down, seized one, and ran on further. He heard the distant whistle and the quiet tremor of the rails, but he got exhausted and could run no farther. He halted here without moving to his hut, coming back towards the railway line. He runs very faster than before, but he did not know what was to happen. His sticks were lying in a heap. He bent down because he gets extremely tired, too much exhausted because he was running continuously, and he falls down.